One more very important thing in this context is every function or method, C function or Java method, can return only one value. It may receive 0 or n number of values as parameters, but it can return either 0 or 1, not more. That point always you remember. Whenever you are writing statements, correctly write a method with arguments with a return value. Always just you see my statement, a method with arguments with a return value. So, method can maximum can return one value or 0 value. Okay. And then in such case you may get a doubt. What is that doubt? Can we write more than one return statement in a method body? That is possible. Actually, suppose some else if statement you are writing, it decides distinction, first class, second class, third class, fail. Okay. Then how many return statements are there? 5 return statements are there. Distinction, first class, second class, third class, fail. 5 return statement, but how many are executed? How many are relevant for a student? If you take the relevancy, only one is relevant, one of the grade or fail is relevant. So, writing number of return statements in a body is not wrong. If program demands a control structure you write, then multiple return statements you write, but ultimately only one return statement is executed. That is why any method can return either 0 or 1 value, return only one value. That point you must remember. And one more thing I have to tell you, this is reference arguments. Actually, once you come from C++, one confusion comes. What is that? C++ makes C also pass by value, pass by reference, pass by address also is there. C pass by value, pass by address. As far as C++ is concerned, pass by value, pass by reference, pass by address, 3 options are there. Now, as far as Java is concerned, only one, pass by value, pass by value. Now, here in this case many people get doubt, you decide yourself, it looks like pass by reference, but I am telling you, if you understand the fact, you realize that it is pass by value. Just one example I give you. Now, I have a kite with me, and I tied 2 strings to the kite. Here a kite is there, this is a kite, and this is a string, and this is another string. Now, if I give the string to you, either this string or this string, am I passing only string to you or kite? Just think, if I am, this is the position, if I am handing over the string of the kite to you, am I handing over only string to you or kite? Actually, once kite is tied, string is tied to the kite, there are 2 elements, kite, that is paper part of the kite, second one is string. Once you tied, it is only one. So, if I am giving string to you, if I hand over string to you, it is not handing over string, it is handing over kite. This point, this analogy always you remember, with the reference to this you can understand here. Now, here actual arguments are 2, they are string type, reference type, one is name, other one is grade. Okay. Now, demo grade, one method I have defined, demo grade, it is void type, because just I have to demonstrate it, name, grade, both I pass. In turn, what is happening, it is copied into this, it is copied into this. In this case, you may not get any doubt. In this case, actually this is copied into n. Because of that, what happened? This is actual object. What are the string objects? Now, because of passing of this, what is happening? Because of passing of this, what is happening? The same position. So, just you decide yourself, it look like passing reference, but what you got? It look like I am giving a string to you, but what I gave to you? I have given kite to you, not only string. So, here you are getting a link for that. You can handle that using here one object, two references. So, it got the value, object is the value, got the value, not just a string. That is why it both are same. It is pass by value, not by pass by reference. Java does not support any pass by reference, pass by value. Thereafter, SOP statement you are writing, both you are printing. This fact you have to understand. If you want to master Java and all that, this type of many things you have to understand. Java does not talk about all the things, some secrets are there. Applying our common sense, you should know. One of that already explained to you. Java, all types are signed, all numerical types are signed, but it never talk about signed or unsigned, unlike C, C++. But Java's character type is unsigned. It never talks and implements silently. So, these things and all that, you apply your aptitude or common sense and learn. Java does not talk, because if you talk about signed, you should talk about unsigned. So, many things, at least 10-15 elements are there. Those things you must understand. Java never talk about it. It is silent, but whatever you want, they implement. It implements, but you must learn. Okay, this is one of the very important points. In this way, you must understand the elements, components of a method, and ultimately you must master the methods. Then only you will become a good Java programmer. The reason behind it is all operations are performed through methods. And one more secret I have to tell you, Java executable statement should not be placed anywhere except in the body of the method. Because can you put, this is my body, this is my heart, can I put the heart elsewhere? In my body only it functions. A method is like a heart or kidney or liver. Within the body only it works. If you try to put it outside, it does not work. It is not a body organ, it is like an article. Understand? So, all executable statements of Java should be placed in the body of the method. They work there only, else outside the class definition you cannot write. That point you must remember.